Challenge, episode 8. Uh, this is to do with how our greatest morality, our greatest direction, our commitment and realisation of it are stored right here in my heartbeat. So as these 6,000 years play out to what already has since my birth on the 3rd of November 1987, there's no way that this won't dominate. Myself won't dominate right up until the point of the last negative of mine is positive. Once the 6,000 years are complete, so every other thing you are will start to have to run from me, so you can still be alive. It's not going to be dad, and it's not going to be king, it's going to be something that you all focus on. Absolutely all of you. Until we're in a room of 12 or space of 12. You're all going to focus on me and everything I say to base your reaction into exact. I now have to live something as positive as I just lived negative, for balance to be corrected. And what I want is unity. I don't want things being suffering or being used or being disincluded. Yeah. The other thing I was thinking about, just some more general stuff about why veganism is so important, and what I'm about to explain you can translate to so many things. Mothers to childbirth, prostitutes to sex, drug addicts to drug dealers. Is that vegetarianism's alright, but whilst dairy is made from, cows also need to get rid of their association to dairy before they're free enough, to be closer to dog or cat level. So we've got to untie ourselves to consumption by going all the way through it all. Because then after veganism, it's plants. We've got to stop eating plants, because all these things need to form into what they need to be inside life forms, not sort of like be from things that are alive, who still are, but then have to stop and become something like a tree, a star. And those things cannot be what they're meant to be, which is part of our bodies, until they're making contact with us that isn't something we add desire and food to, or an extreme antibiotic or survival method. So until I value that tree as a part of my body again, all the parts of the tree that are mine, the most active parts, then we can't be together, and we can't live, and we can't deal with anything. We can't actually deal with anything. Any related moment is still not an actual exact moment of clarity of what it actually is to react. Because after all infinite life is being important in an order of distance. So if I've just spoken to my infinite lover for a certain amount of time, then I will have to distribute myself to another man after a while, who also needs my direct acknowledgement of his life, and then I will go around through everyone until she becomes the same interest again, because we haven't done it recently, because we've been distributing ourselves between the family as well. And that's all it is. Interest distribution for something to be new enough again to be just as compelling. None of what we've lived so far is as good as that to feel. It just isn't, because it's all missing something key, whether it be pleasure, excitement, amusement, interest in a subject that you've forgotten some of, or managed to explain from a deeper memory and a closer account towards it. None of it's as good. You know, this cheap, horrible, sadistic thing is her being impatient because she wants it to feel something quicker without the extra 6,000 years that makes that pattern infinite. Yeah, so something else I want to state is that my heartbeat, well, alright, the feeling here, the first feeling of everything was mine, which is why everything can't account for itself if it doesn't include me, and in an unresolved sequence of interest, constantly it's me mentioning we're still here the most somehow. Even if the rest of my body has been in constant torture, my heart rate remains moving and acknowledging all 12 values, no matter what they're done or doing, of what makes me God. No more than just that word, because that word's just scribbled down in traumatic events just to say some of it. But I am the one that you owe the most for your existence that will be yours when it is, really. Because otherwise I put stuff into it all the time and everything. So does me. Some of it's external, some of it's trees, some of it's politicians, some of it's police officers, some of it's pop stars. But no, you're all in a perpetual state of debt. I don't know when you can pay and you can't, and I'm jurisdicting that. But until it's not me paying for you to pay me, my life misses a lot of things that makes it fair. I mean, like, who wants to be isolated in an already shared thing for for over 12,000 years now? Well, the first part, like anyone, but then, because of what she did, it all comes on me from the beginning. To keep saying enough, to keep us going. If we talk about bad behaviour, you hear like Rhea talk up about it because she's sick. She doesn't understand what she means anymore. Though she might have lived it in one go, she's now compressed to say substance this, substance that in everything she looks and interacts with. Yeah. These episodes can't be any more positive. Yeah. But something that made me happy somehow is that, like, now this experience will be about me in contact, as it should, as the centuries and decades go by. And I fucking deserve it, you know? And I'll get to know you all as well. It's only her that's not worth knowing at the moment, because she has nothing to say that's substantial enough to make contact comfortable. And when Aries comes back to us, it'll be nice, you know, because he's just an addict. Before you read the word addict in a dictionary, he was an addict. He supplements emptiness with the purity of others and acceleration, so it just creates pleasure and voidness to what everybody else wants, more than just drugs. A cheap, superficial state of dominance over people who want to be better and can't because of the things in the way to do that right now.